Alright, looks like we are live. That's good. We're live. Let me pull up the pop-out chat real quick. Pop-out chat. Switch it over to live chat. No face cam today, unfortunately. There we go. So we're going to be reacting to more Nerf content. Hang on. More Nerf content. Generally, I know that we find a lot of like garbage content on here, and we're going to continue that. Not that I like picking on, I really do not like picking on bad content creators. It's just very interesting sometimes to see how much of that there really is on YouTube. And I mean, I really do mean the best for all of these creators that I show on stream and all of that. A lot of them have a long way to go. I still have a long way to go. My content isn't perfect by any means. That I have a lot of flaws, still a lot of things to work on. But we're gonna get into this Nerf N series review. I find a lot of times searching things like this, and then by upload date, Kingdom Corn, that was requested to me. Let's see. Nobody in the live chat right now. So, we're gonna check this one out. The End Series Strike Back. We're gonna check that out. We will unmute it.
Nerf N Series Strike Back. Sound like some cool Star Wars. If you know,
Oh my god, you actually made that joke. Okay.
You know what? This cool blaster has 18 darts. It is clearly a pump action. We will have to get this unboxed and find out all of its cool details.
Or I could just watch this review and find out its cool details. I mean, already, I've given you credit for how you did that overview. Great job. I think they could have made the camera motion, if you're gonna pan like that, make it a little bit slower, not as back and forth, like go from right to left or left to right. I get that what you were trying to do there, but I just think that could have been a little bit better executed. But all in all, not bad. But yeah.
Let's go.
It is a miracle to be here today. Welcome back.
This
is Kingdom Corn.
So this guy's definitely a Star Wars fan. Where did the Nerf come in then?
Excellent. Welcome all my Kingdom people. It is so awesome that you guys decided to click my video once again. Here is the back of the box to this N Series Strike Back. We have clearly got some cool dart storage right here. Moving.
I hope that you take this. This is 16 minutes long, dude. This is like one of my videos type length. And yes, I'm using myself as a joke here. This is like my type of video, dude. I'm jokingly saying it would take me 16 minutes to review this, but like, you're also spending a whole lot of time on the box, which I get why you're doing that, but in all reality, just take it out of the box and then just explain each of the features. But I kind of get the style of it, but if you're also going to take it out of the box, then this part was not necessary unless you're going to talk about marketing and stuff. So I would choose either or, but looking like that it's 16 minutes long, you're probably going to be doing both.
Down the line, a 6-dart internal clip, but check this out. We got some more.
And it's internal mag, not internal clip. Never trust Hasbro with their naming, with their terminology.
Dart stories. Oh yeah, I'm digging it. This is a power snapback action, a feature we would
Power snapback option. You mind explaining that?
definitely have to see what it is once we arrive. And a big old picture of the new N-Series N1 dart. Will it make a big difference, these darts, with this type of shotgun blaster? Hey, all we can do is find out. Oh yeah. All right.
Why is he smacking the blaster? Like, why?
Then finally in my hand in real time, not on the internet, but this is the N-Series Strike Back. Now a lot of you guys
Also, just looking at this background here, like you're in some dire need of some organization, my guy. I kind of understand some of this, but also you have the Dart Zone Spectrum in the box. He's probably a collector, so I can forgive him on that. Also the Titan here is sticking out way too much. That's my OCD's getting to me. I don't do that. I'd run into that all day. But yeah, this needs some organization. Is that a Prometheus all the way up there? Why do you have it just stuck up there? What is this back here? What is this? Cool setup, but if you really look at it, what is this?
Guys, when I had asked which blaster to review first, a lot of you guys wanted the Strike Back. So here I am, giving it right to you. Hopefully this thing can live up to the hype.
Can you stop like trying to edge us and like actually get into the content, for the love of God? A minute 48 and you're still doing like an intro to me. My God, dude.
Whoa, interesting. Did y'all catch that? What? Hold up, let's do that again. So you pull it back. Ah, cool. So this stays there, and then it springs forward. Okay, little mechanical stuff going on.
Is it? I would think that that's something like a priming indicator. Maybe on that. I'm actually not familiar with that, so I don't want to speculate, but it just seems like something like that. So, yeah.
So we know why it is called the Strike Back. I guess because of the mechanical thing, how this little piece in the middle just causes for an extra dynamic compared to...
Yeah, it's just like the X-Shot kickback. It literally kicks back. It has that little fun simulated recoil-ish feature. And it's the same thing with that. It's Hasbro marketing, my guy.
To your average shotgun pump style blaster. I'm not sure if anything shot because I saw a dart fall, but I don't...
Oh my God. I'll know if it shot, but I saw a dart fall. I don't know if it was from one to here, but I'm pretty sure you shot a dart. I'm pretty sure you did.
I don't know if I loaded this, even though I put all these in these compartments. Do you guys see how many compartments that...
Oh, maybe one dart did fall off.
That this blaster have? That shows you just how Nerf is really thinking about what people are seeing and thinking about the products that they put out.
They really are not thinking about the products they put out. They're almighty dollar. How dare you? And also, are you calling these compartments? Do you know what a compartment is? I mean, you could have said just like, you might have even just said doohickeys and I would have been okay with that, but you said compartments. These are not compartments. Maybe that's kind of a compartment, but more of these like dart holders. You should have just said dart holders with it. And I'm just bothered by the fact that you said, oh, Nerf thinks about the product they they put out. They really don't. Hence the end series.
Because normally there's just, if they did have a storage compartment, it would just be one little thing that doesn't help too much. But the fact that we got some on this side.
Also, where's my cursor going? I had this issue yesterday.
Another one.
There it is. Okay. Let me talk about this. This is not a point of all this dart storage is not dart storage in quotation marks is not Nerf thinking about the product they're doing. They're just making it be like, how can we attract audiences by the looks of the blaster? Hey, let's put some darts on the side of the blaster like ammo storage. I never ever would trust built-in ammo storage on a blaster. They usually crimp the darts, and then by that time they're unusable. That's the thing with it. It looks really cool. It's just like the X-Shot Insanity thing. Those aren't that you actually have back here. It's all for the look, for the cosmetic factor. It's not meant to be practical holding in those things. So you can't just say that, hey, this is because Hasbro's think about that. Yeah, they're just thinking about how do they draw in people to buy their product. So if you're thinking that that's an objective, like, good thing, it's a good thing that they executed on their marketing strategy, but it's not an objectively good thing overall.
On this not only some on the stock, but also on both sides of the stock. And you know Hasbro is notorious for not giving a darn about the backside of their blasters. So
they don't give a darn about most of their blasters. What do you mean just the backside? It's usually also the sides, too. They barely paint one side. I mean, that's true. Semi-true statement, they don't care about, like, stocks and stuff, but they've also been forgetting about grips and all of that. But partially true statement, but the more true statement is Nerf, especially recently, within the last, like, 3 years, haven't given a damn about the blasters. That's why Dart Zone and even X-Shot is better than Nerf right now.
So we already have a functional feature on the back of the blaster.
Functional would probably not be the term that I would... Well, technically functional, yes, but not... You said functional, not practical. Okay. Practical, no. Functional, yes. It's functional as in it does what it's supposed to do, but it's not practical as in just... It would just be better just to carry these darts in your pocket. I'm not reaching all the way to the stock or the side blaster just to reload this.
It is good to know that Hasbro is actually looking at what people are saying. They actually starting to give a thing about these blasters now.
Oh my god. Hang on, let me check in with chat real quick. There's nobody here. Why is there nobody here? Where did everyone go? But also, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Nobody asked for this. If you're saying that people asked for this, like this dart storage on there, I guarantee you nobody did. Nobody did. I'm pretty sure people are like, just make a higher performance blaster that looks cool. I'm pretty sure that's what most people said. This, I don't think fits either of those. So, false statement on your part. They really don't listen. Most corporations don't.
Now they're really trying to put something together so that we don't have nothing crazy to say about their products. And looking at this one, I am definitely enjoying what I see. My eyes are just loving this picture in front of me. The dynamics of this blaster is probably what drew most of you to want me to review this blaster in the...
Probably. Can you also stop segmenting your words? You have you're like putting a comma in between each word.
First place, and in person, I would say that it looks pretty as much good as you would think. The plastic quality is not pro level, it's not premium. It is
Welcome to Hasbro.
maybe the standard, maybe even less plastic quality. So
I haven't personally felt any Nerf N series blasters. I did buy some. I just haven't gotten them out of the trunk of my car yet. But so I can't really say on that one. But I don't have high expectations for Nerf like that.
it's not too great, but it works fine enough. On the back, you don't see the issue of not having paint on the back. But
Where's your other side? You have the Nerf logo. You have that. Well, it's painted. It doesn't have the Nerf logo on that side. So, okay, kind of a accurate statement, but
because even if the back may be missing some of the features that the front may have, it is no noticeable difference. So we are
dude, we're 4 minutes in and we haven't gotten an objective thing about this. This dude's talked about the cosmetics for 4 minutes 22 seconds. Like, at least if I do a 16-minute video, it's literally trying to be as informative as possible. But I like rant too much or drag out certain segments. This dude's literally talking about cosmetics for 4 minutes 22 seconds. Like, just get into this stuff. This would be an overview or first impressions or something like that, but it's not a review right now. This is not worthy of
definitely
review.
good on the back. Great thing, Hasbro. Things like that will get you some points because we know how that back go with Hasbro. And I like how they included these textures. A lot of these in-series blasters, they all have great textures, like cool dynamic looks to them. They are not just some basic stuff that you pick up that you may have seen before. All of these have their own unique features, cool textures, and this.
What do you mean by features? You could have said designs and I would have believed you, but features is not the right terminology.
Designs, as you can see just by the whole strike back type of deal. On the front, I can notice that there is no in-strike attachment point.
Oh my god, 5 minutes 1 second. Note down that time. Note down that time. He's actually talking about something other than cosmetics at 5 minutes 1 second. Everybody note that down. Put it in the Guinness Book of World Record or something. 5 minutes. It took somebody 5 minutes to talk about something functional on the blaster. Good god.
Although this is a shotgun style blaster, so that's not something that we typically would get on that type of blaster.
My brain's failing to come up with one that actually does, but I'm gonna try to also take that literally. I think it's just the N series in general. I don't think N series has a lot of tactics like that. Barrel lugs, stock attachment points. Some do, but that's not generally what the series is about. But as far as shotguns, I'm pretty sure I thought there was at least one, but my brain's failing to find one.
The stock is, it reminds me.
You just bypassed this entire thing. Is that a rail up there or something? You went from the front all the way to the back. Like, just do it in a circle. Like, go from the front all the way to the back, and then all the way back around. Don't just jump.
Of the zombie strike blaster that I love so much, the one with the rickety thing, you could
The Scavenger or the Sling Fighter. Bro doesn't even know his blasters that he's comparing to.
flip it. Like, if you know the name.
It's a the rickety thing. It's called lever action for the lava beat. If you're gonna, I know I'm being a little bit harsh, but especially if you're gonna do some of these blasters, learn a little bit of terminology and like have some foreknowledge. Don't go in there blind. I'd rather you have, especially if you're gonna make comparisons like this. It's okay to forget the name of something if you can accurately like describe to that, but like Scavenger or Slingfire is a well-known blaster, and you should know the name of that, especially if you're trying to compare it to that. Because you obviously know how it works. You didn't just look at a picture of it, you obviously know how it works. So put a name to that. It's Scavenger or the Slingfire.
With that one, let me know. That is one of my favorite blasters, but it reminds me of that Zombie Strike one.
At least you got the series right, so you were in the relative area. But now I can't think if you're trying to... I think with the shorter stock like this is more of a Scavenger stock than the Slingfire, but whatevs.
It has like a wooden type of a handle. I really like just how the
wooden type, that's probably the Slingfire. Oh, unless you're talking about
prime sits off of this bottom of the blaster.
Finger is just consistently on the trigger. That's a no-go. That's a bad habit of mine.
Like, it looks like almost a separate piece. We know it is, but it's just, I don't know, like the whole dynamic, clearly they knew what they were doing, but yeah, when
I'm not gonna comment on that. You clearly do not know the marketing strategy of Hasbro from the last like 2 or 3 years. It is complete opposite of what you're saying.
You prime this, it is very light and very easy. Any 8-year-old and under should be able to have no problem priming this blaster. And from the rest of the N-Series, we know that most of these, they hit in the 80s or 90s in the FP.
Oh, okay. And N-Series actually is higher performance. Okay. Interesting.
S range, so that is a cool thing for this to have such a light prime and be for ages 8 and under, and probably hitting in the 80s and 90s. That is definitely a elite type of a thing, which is
that is true. But with younger kids, just note that high performance, especially with younger kids, try not to make that an influence. Like I then they'll be like, ooh, this shoots hard, let me shoot my friend with this, because that's what 8-year-olds and stuff are gonna do. They're not gonna have the restraint to just target shoot. They're gonna want to blast their friends and stuff, have fun. And then you give them a high performance blaster, and then somebody gets hit in the face with it, then it's gonna be a problem, right? That's why most of these high performance blasters, even like that 90 FPS like Summit Rival, I would not advertise towards kids. Especially, a lot of these should be, I believe, are advertised 14 and up for that reason. And if this is advertised 8 and up, I'd have an issue again with Hasbro marketing with this. I would not trust this in anything other than like a 16-year-old or higher who actually has some restraint to not go and blast their friends with a high performance blaster, because that's all they know how to do.
Interesting, because they should have had been calling this the elite line, the other one like N-Series or something.
Yes, I'd see where you're coming from that. Maybe that probably would have been fine, but the main selling part probably not only is the higher performance, but also I think they're really trying to push these darts, which aren't that great of a projectile. And that's also the main thing about it. Most of these series have their own type of darts and stuff. It's weird, but I see where you're coming from for that statement, but I don't know if I can fully agree with that. I like the elite line how it was, but I can see where you're coming from.
Something up top is one tiny little Picatinny rail up here.
I can't tell. Is that Picatinny? Maybe it is.
So you can add whatever.
But if this is Nerf, they usually don't do Picatinny rails. They just do standard Nerf rails. I differentiate standard and strike rail from Picatinny, because if I knew correctly, they're not the same thing. So if it's Picatinny, okay. But if it's a normal end strike rail, that's cool.
Accessories, I don't know, however you want to do, just surprise whoever you show this blaster to. Oh, that trigger feels cool, feels sturdy. I don't have any gripes with the way that the trigger feels. But
Wait, did I just hear a priming action? Did you leave this thing primed for that long?
in series or something. Up top is one tiny trigger. Feels cool up here, so you can add whatever accessories. I don't know, however you want to do, just surprise whoever you show this blaster to. Oh,
Yeah, man had this blaster primed ever since he touched that prime grip. Wow. Dude, that bothers me a lot. Like, whenever I prime the blaster, if I'm not doing a firing demo or something, I'm making sure that I don't have it in a prime state. In case if I need to show it again. Or plus, it's just not good to have your blasters primed for anything other than firing the blaster. Blaster dry firing actually damages blasters. A lot of blasters. Some blasters can handle it, but a lot of them can't, and it's because it's exerting force, pushing literally just air, which can break the internals as opposed to pushing a projectile when it's meant to. So don't dry fire, y'all.
that trigger feels cool, feels sturdy. I don't have any gripes with the way that the trigger feels, but sometimes you have to actually shoot the blaster to really understand fully how the trigger is going to work in conjunction with the actual function. But the
Can I roll that back, because I partially spaced out on that, but I was also confused by what he said.
add whatever accessories, I don't know, however you want to do, just surprise whoever you show this blaster to. Oh, that trigger feels cool, feels sturdy. I don't have any gripes with the way that the trigger feels, but sometimes you have to actually shoot the blaster to really understand fully how the trigger is going to work.
Yes and no. Sometimes the trigger should just work like a trigger. Now if it's slam fired, you could probably read the directions and see if it came with that, but I also kinda see where you're coming from, but really kind of a false statement there. You should know how a trigger is usually just a trigger, unless if it's like one of those weird like barricade triggers or something like that that revs the blaster and fires
in conjunction with the actual function. But the ergonomics are cool. I like this little piece right here. This might be where you load the blaster, because it seems...
Bro, is this the first time that you actually touch the blaster? Like, record these things separate. You don't even know how to load the blaster by this point. Like what? Which means that he did all of this in pretty much one take with that. So the unboxing wasn't separate. So he didn't unbox it at one point, do it, and then figure out how the blaster works, and then do it even briefly. Like, he doesn't even know how to load the blaster, and that was one of the most important parts of the blaster. My goodness, dude.
Seems like there's some function to whatever this piece may be.
Well, you said internal magazine, so it's probably either there or you prime it back and you put it in there. If you said that it's an internal mag, it's probably one of those, or it's through a breach of some sort. I don't know this blaster, and I can't tell from this, because also I also meant that your lighting is almost a little too bright, because the white is reflecting this badly. That means your lighting is a bit jacked.
I don't know. So how do you load the blaster? Well, I got no clue.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying to be patient. Okay. Probably read the instructions that came with it, because it probably came with instructions. I know a person, me, that really doesn't read instructions, saying read the instructions, but if you're really, really unsure how to load it, if you can't figure it out quickly enough, take out the instructions and read it. Yes?
So,
For the love of God.
let's cut the camera while we figure it out. All right. Upon further look,
Told you, it's probably up top or is at bottom. Yep. You said internal magazine. Use your logic. That means that there's some way to insert the blaster, and if you know Nerf, it's usually going to be at the top or in the bottom if they're weird with it, like some of the Fortnite blaster that did it like that. But yeah, it's through the top, basically like Mega Magnus style. I am still streaming. Okay, just it's literally like 10 o'clock and nobody's showed up, so okay.
Once you prime this thing on the back, you can see that a gap opens up, which in turn just may be where you will load your dart. So
just maybe that would be, oh my god.
These N-series darts, they are definitely different from the Elite darts. They're a little shorter, a little fatter. As far as the functionality, do they shoot better than the other ones? Well, Elite darts were already some of the kind of crappiest darts.
Some of the most crappy darts. Yes, don't say some of the most crappiest. Either way, it doesn't matter. Kind of true. Yes, but
that they have out there. So most likely these shoot better than those, but I don't know if they're still any better than Dart Zone, Waffle Heads, or short darts or any such thing.
Or short darts. This is clearly not a short dart blaster. And these type of things were probably not going to be better than short darts. Now, long darts, short darts, they have their own roles with it. That's why one can't really be better than the other, because they serve different purposes. So you can't really say a long dart is better than a short dart in every single situation.
Yeah, just jam that on in there. I'm about to take a quick shot just to make sure that this works fine.
You didn't even test it. You didn't even play with the blaster before. Oh my god. Dude, I'm gonna send this to FaZe. He's gonna have a heart attack watching this.
Oh, nice.
Camera's just gone there, dude. That ricochet.
That was quite simple. So I do like the simplicity. All you do is jam your dart down here.
Stop saying jam your dart down here. You just load. And he said just load your dart. You load in, what did you say, 12? You load in 12 darts. You shut the breach, and then you prime the blaster and you fire. That's literally all you had to say. Don't just say, oh, you open this up, you jam your dart in there. Don't say your dart. You put in 12 darts, otherwise I'm thinking, hey, you're going to do a single shot.
And then once you finish your prime, then you got yourself a shot. Easy to use for all ages, 8 and under, so simple.
Clearly not easy for you to do, because it took you forever to figure it out, so yikes.
Simplicity, that's a great deal with this blaster.
Also, every now and then I see the camera like fizzing out. Like, what are you doing? Why is there like strobe effect on the camera? No.
Done.
No, I wanted to actually see the rest of.
Like the simplicity, all you do. 4, 5.
Please use time lapse.
6. All right, we can get up to 6. 7th one, you can mush it in there.
Oh, I thought you said 12. Was it 6? Maybe I didn't pay attention.
but I'm not trying to break this blaster just yet. I gotta find out if it's any good first.
Yeah, what's going on down
So
here?
now that this is nice and loaded, I guess it is time to take this thing to the chronograph so we can do a full FPS test, find out just how hard this blaster shoots in comparison to the others. So this is the cool N-Series Strike Back. And guys, let's just get this thing popping. All right, guys, I just noticed a little interesting thing is that these little pieces that hold your storage, man, do not run around the field with this on here.
Alright, that's probably the most factual thing that you said. Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. But you were also praising at how cool this was earlier in the video, so I can't excuse that. Also, what the F is this blue and orange tube thing? What the F is that? What is this, dude? Bro, have some organization. Holy cow. And also, those clothes all the way up there, are those for decor? You're never gonna see those clothes again with trying to get to those. Oh my god, dude.
Thinking that when it comes time to use it, that these darts will be available because that thing is wobbly. You can see that little one. So, yeah, get ready to. Dang, very easy to fix. I might say. I don't know, maybe I put it in wrong. We'll just have to wait and see. Oh dear, this might be a problem. All right.
81.
Finally, got a 81. I don't know why it's so scared. That's a nice little reading. 82.
Ooh, 75.
75. 72. Now I got nothing left. So let's just hope that was human error and that this is not a Jam Fest type style of a blaster, because I love me some shotgun blasters.
So what was it? 80. So let's calculate his FPS average. About. So it's at 82 plus 86 plus about 74 plus 72 plus, what was it? Let's say another 72. Divide that by 6. 64. Damn. 64 feet per second.
Especially,
I might have done 5 numbers. Don't rely on my calculation there.
some that's unique, a nice, easy prime. Come on, do not ruin it. 75, 82, 82 again, 81, 79. That
one was something went wrong there, but
my fault. But I think we're done. Yeah.
But either way, even if that was a good one, that 72 brings down your average a little bit. I don't think it's much of the blaster. Every blaster has that one that is a little bit lower than the others, but still with it. Yeah, that one was probably you probably didn't feed it in well or something like that, or pulled the trigger weirdly, but yeah, that shouldn't really count.
All right, so that was cool, y'all. I am totally not mad at those Chronograph Test Reserve Elite blasters from Hasbro. With that said, I guess
So he's gonna do a range test here.
we are now ready to take this thing butterfly. Hopefully it sting like a bee too. We'll see.
Bro, what am I watching? Alright, the fact that you're also pointing this at the camera too, yikes, probably not a great influence at all. Never point the blaster or anything mimicking a weapon directly at your audience, even if it's for dramatic effect, don't do that. Somebody will take that the wrong way. And I know that it still can't be their fault, but that's also your fault and that's technically you initiating that. Yes, there's a reasons why you don't do that. Now, and that's almost worse than like getting in the bad habit of like keeping your finger on the trigger and stuff. That right there is just completely bad gun discipline, right? And somebody's gonna say, well, gonna bring up some cultural thing, and if somebody does that, I'm actually gonna argue about that one too, if you know what I mean with it. I'm not surprised that somebody of this type of person is doing that, being that loose with guns and stuff. But there's a reason why even with toy blasters we never point it directly at the camera, and especially shooting it at the camera, unless if we're gonna say, alright, we're gonna shoot it at the camera or past the camera for specific purposes. Because if you start doing that, I'm getting the wrong idea with that. Yes, kids are gonna get the wrong idea. They're gonna just start pointing it at people and the camera, and then one day they're gonna get shot. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be real with that. I might be a little bit over dramatic and a little bit too serious with this statement, but if you really put logic to it, there's a reason. That's the ultimate reason why we do it. Just don't do it. It's a bad influence. Why are you running? I feel like that's the meme there. Dude, you're not even doing like tactical parkour skills. You're just running and gunning. You missed 2 shots. Like, you weren't even close. It went all the way to the left over here. Also, you own the storage facility? Are you doing this in a storage facility? What? Wow. Man just owns this. Okay. Also, you shot 2 shots and then you started freaking running. What the F is this, dude? Are we doing a range test, or are you like goofing off? Because now I'm starting to get upset a bit. We see the target there, and like every 3rd shot you're just shooting this at the camera. Like, for the love of God, stop.
Man, this little top internal magazine just don't work for this blast. I mean,
Also, probably because you don't know how it works. You barely figured out how to find this thing in the first place. But I'm not surprised by that, and your shooting was horrible. Like, he just did. I wouldn't even be surprised if he clipped the same thing twice. Like, watch this. Running gun. I think you shot more than 6 times there.
do y'all like flutters? Because, boy, these fly like a butterfly.
You're also running and gunning, and you didn't adjust to anything, dude. You're not shooting at anything. Stand still and take some shots. I get moving every now and then, like, but you have to still have a point of aim on that. You're just running and gunning. For the love of God.
Hopefully it sting like a bee, too. Being able just to get around with this blaster, able to run around and just kind of fling this at will without being held back by either a hard prime or being too heavy to hold.
But is it accurate at all? So far from what you tested, no. But also, you suck at shooting the blaster. I guarantee you I could have hit that target at least twice. I might have missed the rest of them, but I probably would have hit that target or gotten close to at least twice. Yes, because I wouldn't freaking run a gun unless if I was confident. I know I do that in a lot of my videos, but I hit where I'm trying to get at with it. I'm not shooting all the way to the left or past the target or whatnot.
Oh, so this was pretty dang nice, especially with it being a shotgun style blaster. It just really just felt all the way right. The quality is good. It didn't feel finicky or...
Frisk, what's up, dude? Published 3 more videos with my buddy, so it'd be cool if you could react to them. 1 or 2. Also, Frisk, I'm sorry if I was too hard on your content last time. I really am. I have this, like, semi-serious but also, like, kind of joking personality about me, and I'm sorry if I was a little too harsh on that one. I'll try to take it a little bit easier, but I'll react to that here in a bit.
Hard to, maneuver everything about...
You know what? I'd rather watch Frisk 2000's content than this. This was absolute garbage. This guy doesn't know half of what he's saying. He can't shoot the blaster with crap. And it's honestly making me upset, because I get content like this, but when you literally have no idea what you're trying to do for 16 minutes, and you even label it as review like that, that is frustrating. Like, I'm not expecting you to have professional content like that one. Like, look at my content, right, with it. But it's still better than this. Like, at least figure out what the heck you're doing. Frisk 2000, shoot. There you are. You're fine, dude, bro. Thank you. So, I'm gonna react to some of this content, but just note I'm gonna be a little bit serious on this one. Now, were you talking about like this Kirby stuff? Like, I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not reacting to Kirby with that. But if you want like this Nerf stuff, I'll react to that. But I'm not reacting to gaming content. I'm sorry. So I'd love for you to specify what you want me to react to. No. Which one did you want me to react to? I was talking about the Strife and Nerf Jolt thing. Okay. So there's the Jolt. Okay, and then the Strife. Okay, I see. We'll do the Jolt review first. I think I've seen this one first. So tell you what, we'll do the Strife first. Alright, Frisk 2000. This one, 2 views 7 days ago. Y'all go watch his content. Comments are turned off. Oof.
Hello, it is me, Frisk 2000 and Fruit Snack. It has been like I have no idea. But today we're reviewing the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
The GOAT, it's
Strife.
The GOAT and the Strife. Okay. I can argue with that. I know I'm a Rapid Strike guy, but I respect the Strife enough to call it the GOAT. Okay.
Yes. Lay Strife. So, one thing I would like to note out is that this was not my Ion Fire attachment barrel that came with my Strife was painted orange for some reason. So just don't hate me for that.
Yeah, I got a comment with that too on mine saying that, hey, how is yours a different color? I think I don't even know what color mine was, but it was not the one that come with. I think mine was orange as well, and somebody was like, hey, why is mine not green or something like that? But it's a different color. I'd be like, yeah, you know. But it is the same attachment that comes with the Ion Fire.
No, thank you. But anyway, we're gonna change things up a little bit. what do you think about this? We're doing you first.
Okay. This is definitely one of the best Nerf blasters ever.
Okay.
Because it's so small, yet it's actually really powerful.
Yes.
Such a compact
But-
design. So
Just a quick thing, I would recommend taking this off. It is not good at all. It looks ugly.
I think that it's also the barrel attachment is a little bit wider, so it doesn't negatively impact your performance, but it doesn't hurt as well. I believe that attachment is not that bad. But I would recommend a different barrel attachment, like the chrono barrel attachment from Modulus. It's just, why not have a chronograph on your blaster?
And it makes your performance very ugly. So, for the sake of the
I mean, I could be wrong.
review, we're just doing that. And if you want regular Strife mode, which I prefer,
yeah, I think I prefer that too.
yeah.
A lot of people prefer the vertical grip. I mean, I respect for taking that off. My personal build has a vertical grip, but I don't like vertical grips. It was mainly for the cosmetics of it, but normal Strife
So, lay
mode.
Strife, let's go. So, it comes with a 6-round mag that I can't currently locate, so we're gonna have to use this 6-round mag that did not come with the Strife. Also, am I missing a...
Also preloaded mag. Okay. You might want to check in that backpack. That's probably where it fell off, especially if you have to dig it.
What? Oh, yeah, probably.
It's probably in there. I think you found it in there. Nerf.
For some reason, I think that... Yeah, okay, so 6-round magazine right here. Bro, I swear, this does not feel like 6 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Okay, it is 6 rounds. Wait,
It is.
okay, well, anyway. This is the Strife. This is my favorite Nerf blaster of all time. Very similar to, like, I feel like a lot of people just love the Strife. Actually, this is my second favorite, followed up by the Stampede, which I sadly do not have anymore.
I respect that you like the Stampede on that one. Unfortunately, Stripe, that is just outdated, the Stampede, but I respect that. I love the Stampede too, with it, but unfortunately there's just way better options nowadays.
More. I played with one when I was like 6. But
So did I.
it's really nice. So starting from the back, there's a stock attachment point. However, it does not include a stock. This is probably one of the most modular pistols, or
Okay, true.
primary. It, like, I like how this can be a pistol, or like if you wanted to swap it out with like a 12-round mag, it could be like your primary.
Oh, that just looked a little bit longer with it. Also, 12 round doesn't make it a primary. 18 round would probably do that. I would just still say that it's a super long pistol with an 18 round mag, but pretty much primary thinks that it has like a stock and a barrel of some sort.
Cause like it's really cool because you could throw this on a sling, make it your tactical secondary, because
You
there's a
could.
sling point right there and right.
I mean, personally, me, I probably run like a full auto. If I have an unmodified Strife, I'd probably put that as a secondary, run a rapid strike, and then use a Strife as a backup. Now, if I have a modified Strife that shoots just as well as a rapid strike, if I have it modified said rapid strike to make it faster than Lace Strife, I'd use Strife first. But yeah, you could totally use this as a secondary if you needed to. You could even put it with the 6-round mag and just pop off a couple shots if you absolutely needed to. I mean, I'm also the guy that would actually use a secondary in a battle, just give it some use. But yeah.
Right there. And so the battery tray is right there. This, I'm pretty sure this takes 4
Don't have 18
double
rounders, that's alright.
A's. And there's an end strike barrel log. There's a tac rail right here and right here. Holy tactics.
Indeed.
And so the mag release is right here. So you can extend your middle finger like that to grab the magazine, which I prefer. Sometimes, if my finger is...
Personally, me, I hate extending my finger out to strike the mag release. I don't like the feeling of that. I just use an offhand on that. What I really prefer are those side magazine releases, like from the Recon and Retaliator, something like that. I don't prefer the Strife one, but it's not objectively bad. It's not in a bad place. I just prefer a side one, also because I like flicking out the magazine too. Tactically reloading, I prefer side magazine release like that. I just think that for me it feels smoother, but it's not a bad magazine release. But to go back to the comment, I don't like extending out the middle finger, but it can be an option.
broken for some reason, then you could always strike your offhand thumb and grab the mag out. So, yeah. What do you have to say?
So far, Frisk, honestly, I'm still not. I'm still a little bit critical as to your execution here, but as far as information, you've covered it actually a lot better than a lot of other people that I've reacted to. You did it. I would have preferred you gone more in depth of each of the features. Like, does the grip feel good? Does the mag release, is that a good mag release or something like that? Is the trigger pull standard and in line with other Nerf blasters? In line with that, is the magazine well compatible with other Nerf blasters? Just like that. I mean, you did a basic summary, which is the bare minimum that I expected, so props to you for that. I think that's one of your better executions of that, but in all honesty, I would have preferred more in depth, but I'll give you credit where credit is due.
Oh yeah, also there's an access door up here. So yeah.
Glad that you pointed out that one. I still would have gone from the barrel to the access door to the tack rail to the stock to the grip to the sling mat to the rev trigger. You also just completely skipped the rev trigger, but alright. To the trigger, to the magwell magazine and the magazine release, and then to the strike rail underneath. Just make a circle when you're overviewing the features. Just start at one place and just go all the way around the blaster.
Like I said, one of great Nerf blaster. The aesthetics actually are really nice. You know, has some nice painting, and so the grip is really comfortable. Actually, you know, it's got.
Okay, now you're mentioning that stuff. Okay, look, I would have preferred it in order from when you went on there, but okay.
Yeah. It doesn't hit my fan. It doesn't fit my hand perfectly, but it's pretty good.
It usually any small or large hand should do it. I think you have smaller hands, probably not as small as mine, but still. Okay.
And
I think the grip here. Let me see this. Just a quick interruption. I think this grip for my hand is absolutely perfect. It's perfect.
Bro, you need to give your friend some more spotlight with these blasters. Like, have this guy do all the talking with that one. I just feel like you're taking away the blaster from him all the time. Don't be a meanie.
yeah, and then there's actually it's a little bit not symmetrical though. You can see the battery area is a little fatter than this side.
I mean, there's really no way else that you're gonna do that. It's gonna extend a little bit for that, but minor things.
So, if you look at it from the top, it looks a little weird, but
Why are you firing a jolt into the camera?
and then
Okay.
this trigger release is probably my favorite of all of the Nerf blasters. It's just so
Yeah, it's so
It's so-
smooth.
You had to get the good thing going, but now I'm just bothered that you just randomly shot a jolt into the camera. But I'm gonna try to look past that.
Also, move it. Oh no!
Yikes.
It broke. But so the magazine insertion is actually like super duper buttery smooth. Like,
It's really smooth. Do you want to know the best magazine magwell that I've ever felt so far is the Stampede. You mentioned the Stampede. I love the Stampede magwell. I think that's the smoothest, even smoother in my opinion than the Strife magwell. I think that is the smoothest magwell that I've ever felt. And the Strife is probably the next closest thing to the best magwell that I personally have felt. I haven't tried a whole lot of other magazine-fed blasters with it. Most of them were worse quality, but Stampede, I think, is, for me, was the best magwell I ever felt. I'll tell him he could do more. Okay.
Yeah, and then it actually has some really nice aesthetics up here on top. I don't know, I just really like the way these
Which this barrel right here completely ruins. Just if you get a modular Strife, just throw that away. We don't like it.
your friend here is just scarred for life that you just chuck the attachment halfway across the patio. He's like, I really like that thing, and he just chucked it across the yard. I mean, I feel his pain there. Don't start throwing plastic.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So that's the only thing you don't like about the Strife.
Yes. But this foregrip is actually pretty nice.
Yeah,
you know?
it actually
I like it. I like it a lot.
It seems like for such a short profile, you might not need a foregrip, but it actually makes it a lot more comfortable because it's actually pretty heavy. So.
Actually, true statements. Okay. Foregrips, I don't think are for everyone, but it does look cool and it can serve a practical purpose if you want it to.
Yeah. Like if you were using like, yeah, like.
Stop taking the blaster from it, dude. He's just like, bro.
Alright, now who's ready to see some firing? I am. Are you? Yep, okay, let's go. Alright, let's go.
So, here's also the first thing that I'm going to give you some advice with firing demo. Whenever you do this, I personally would tell what type of mag are you using and what kind of ammo are you using, and then insert the mag at that point, so that way we know that you're not pulling anything shady before the firing demo. I mean, you don't have to, but I probably would. Just, it's more confirming. Don't load up the magazine on camera, but just insert it in there already loaded. But just say 12 round magazine with Nerf Elite darts, and then insert the mag and start firing. Yes, that's personally what I would do. So that way we're not like, oh, okay, he shot Elite darts on that one. I wish I'd known that before. So. Is it just me, the audio? Why is there like no rev sound? Usually the rev sound is extremely loud. You didn't modify this, did you? Like, it just sounds like that there's no rev sound. I think I might hear it, but it's drowned out by something, but there's no noise in the background to drown out that noise, and it's bothering me. Because the sound of the flywheels revving, at least even in my video, was excruciatingly loud. And yours is really quiet, and I want to know how you did that. The only thing that I could think of is that it was so loud, like the audio clipped, and it faded out because it clipped out, which could be a thing. Like, it was so loud that it clipped out. Also, what darts were you using?
Now who's ready to see some firing? I am. Are you? Yep, okay, let's go. Alright, let's go.
Okay, you were also using Adventure Force darts too. But yeah, I don't hear the rev up sound at all. What happened here with the audio? It's not the best. It doesn't pick up certain noises. Okay. It doesn't pick up. Okay. I don't expect you at your age to really understand a lot of audio editing, but you could probably edit it a little bit to where it picks up that you would have to learn EQ, and stuff like that. You could boost certain frequencies so it picks it up or lower it, but that would be the only thing to really do that. But if it also just doesn't pick up those frequencies at all, there's nothing you can do. But that's probably, I'm not calling you dumb or bad, but just I don't expect anybody of your age to know how to do that much audio editing. I make music, so I kind of know a little bit of that.
That is some good performance. Except
Indeed.
I think mine is low on battery.
Oh man, always do it with fresh batteries if you can.
Alright, now, this was off script, but finger banging, if I can, not good.
I forgot that you can actually finger bang a stock Strife. I kept thinking that that was not possible. Apparently you can.
Ow! Dart collecting time. Fruit snack turn. Swag. Yep, that's the one. Alright, after this, we're gonna move on to my conclusion.
What is this? No, please don't do that. Don't do that. What are you doing?
I'm out of dirt. What is that? Let's go.
What was that segment that I just watched? Okay.
Alright, moving on to the conclusion. The Strife is a very good blaster. Definitely bring it back in the new N series. Make an N series Strife.
No, I hope that you don't. Strife is just good the way that it is. N series is probably not going to be that competitive, even with its higher performance. Please don't bring it back. We've had like 5 million reskins of the Strife. Just stick with one.
Please, they already made an N series Raven. If you don't know what a Raven is, it's like
They did do that. Make an N series Raven.
So like the Moto Blitz without the shotgun. But please make an N series Strife. I'm begging you, Hasbro. Oh, I want the N series.
I think they. I don't know the name of the blaster, but I think they already made a blaster that is the equivalent of a Strife for the N series. I think they did. I might be mistaken.
Okay, but anyway, Strife, awesome blaster. Never get rid of it. Never stop making it. It is the best blaster in history. Besides the Stampede, of course. Wait, I thought you said you like that one. No, I said I like
All hail the Stampede and its extremely good magro.
the Stampede more than this.
That was probably a statement I didn't need to say, but
I didn't know Stampede. It's the first fully automatic launch ever.
you know, I'm gonna end the review on that one. Actually, not a bad job. One of your better ones that you've done. I would have preferred a detailed. I would have preferred a detailed explanation of the features and stuff, but yeah, at least covered the basics on that, which is better than a lot of other people that I reviewed. So, props to that. I would love to see how this channel evolves as you guys make more content, as you grow older, and that stuff. I think there's potential here. You guys got format. If you guys can get the format and you have the foundation there, you guys just have to work on execution and organization of ideas. So aside from that, really, really good. So let's check out this Jolt one. I feel like oh, you did the Ace versus Jolt, not Lay Jolt.
What's up? It's your favorite Nerfers, the out-of-pocket ones. of course, the out-of-pocket Nerfers. Today is the Nerf review of Late God of Blasters! Late Jolt. Ooh.
You couldn't. I mean, I probably couldn't do the angelic sound either, but my guy, that voice crack though, incredibly flat. I don't actually have issues loading. Yeah, I'll do the details and stuff. Okay. Definitely, again, review how, if you really want to be serious about reviewing, which I can totally see the passion there, watch like Coop, a little bit of Welcome 7, watch even some of my reviews. I have at least a foundation with it, and just make sure you don't blabble too much as I do, but just get an idea as to what really to say to do it. Sometimes it'll take multiple takes to do a review correctly. Sometimes you have to write down the information. I have a whole notebook of whenever I review a blaster, I write down the information first, then go into the review. It's basically like notes. I write down all the information, known information, and my thoughts, and all the data, because I also watch other reviews of the blasters and all that stuff. I write all that stuff down, so if you need to do that and then figure out how you're going to say it on camera, do so.
Anyway, starting up at the front, I'm getting I'm getting a whole ton of notifications. Anyway, starting up at the front, we have no end strike barrel lug. We have no tactical rail.
Ooh, sniper status jolt though. Ooh.
We have no stock attachment point. We have a trigger inside of the trigger guard. There was no magazine or magwell anywhere. You front load your one dart like this.
It's a really complicated blaster.
I know.
Has dart on standby. Okay.
It's super hard. Like, it's like every single shot, much like you're turning on the lights, you're burning down your house. So basically, anyway, how you load the blaster, put one dart in, hold on the priming handle, and then you fire. It's that simple.
Indeed.
Anyway, shall we get to like the firing? You know, why am I getting so many notifications? Why am I getting so many notifications? Firing demo. Alright guys, be aware, this is gonna be the longest firing demo. Yeah, I don't. But you can have it. Anyway, this is gonna be a very long firing demo. Be prepared.
Alrighty. Oh, you shot only one dart? Oh, two. His turn. Boom.
I know, very long firing demo. Anyway, let's get to my top picks. I mean, the conclusion.
Oof. That's a big goof up. You just said top picks in that one. I get stuff like that happens. I'm just poking fun at that one.
Epic spinning montage.
Oh, you have to. If you want to spin the blaster, spin it the other way. Do it forward. Hang on. I wish I actually I can't turn on face cam because certain reasons, but.
Anyway, about the jolt, it's a jolt. We have no conclusion. This is your favorite end strike barrel lug signing off.
Nice. Alright. Pretty simple to the point with that one. Fairly good job. Still would love to know how this evolves. Collab sometime, maybe. I could probably do that. It would have to probably be long distance. We'll have to figure out how we're gonna put that together, but yeah, maybe we could collab. Oh geez, it's 11 o'clock. Okay. I'm unfortunately already going to end the stream there, but thank you to all who joined. I appreciate all of you. Any moderators, if you joined, thank you as well. Thank you, Frisk, for joining. Not too bad the content today with that one. Nice, short, and sweet stream. I know I said I was going to do like twice a week, but I'm basically just doing it whenever I have the time and feel like it. Pretty much. I have a long day tomorrow, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you all for joining. I'll see you guys next time.